America, we are back, baby. Welcome to another episode of America Unfiltered. We got a great show for you tonight, everyone. Got a few different things to talk about. I want to talk a little bit more about black crime. There is another super predator who got arrested dozens of times, and I mean over 4 dozen times, was released from jail only to commit more and more crimes like assault. So we're going to talk about this ongoing issue that we're seeing in our country today, the reasons for these issues, and how we can fix them. I also do want to talk about America's sweetheart, Sidney Sweeney. She is officially a Wang half. I don't know if you guys saw her interview today, but we're going to take a little peek at it. It was awesome. Sidney Sweeney stood up for white people. It's something that's like crazy to me that I'm even saying that, like, a white person standing up for white people. I feel like they should all do that, but we got to celebrate it when we see it because it happens so fucking rarely. So we're going to talk about that today. We're also going to talk about Tucker Carlson a little bit. Tucker Carlson had an interview with Megyn Kelly where he talked about the Nick Fuentes interview and the backlash he received. And then we're going to end the show talking about the Israeli prison rape scandal. What's happening there? How terrible it is and disgusting it is, and anybody who still supports Israel, stick around towards the end of the show and let me know if you still do after this. If you still support the IDF, because it's fucking disgusting what they were able to get away with and how they're currently trying to hide it. Not only are they trying to hide it, the man who committed this atrocious act, they're parading him around the country of Israel like he's a fucking hero. It's absolutely vile and disgusting. We need to completely remove ourselves from our allyship we have with Israel, because not only do they not benefit us at all, not only have they attacked the United States multiple times and spied on the United States multiple times, but we are basically paying for these rapes. Our finances, our tax dollars that are going over to Israel are financing these rapes. So we're going to break into all that today. We got a great show for you tonight. I want to remind everyone to like and smash the follow button. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the show. Remember to join our Telegram channel as well. We'll also be reading comments at the end of the show today. And if you're watching on Spotify, remember to rate the show 5 stars. Really appreciate it if you guys do. We're going to get right into the show today. I do want to bring you guys over to our big screen. Let me get it pulled up for you guys here. This is the super predator this week that we're going to be talking about. Davian Craig, what fucking kind of name is that? Davian Craig, who has been arrested a mind-boggling 51 times, was just arrested again yesterday for assaulting women in Charlotte, North Carolina. He was released from jail 10 hours ago. When is this going to stop? Like, seriously, when is this going to fucking stop? This super predator cannot contain himself from committing crimes, and he's not alone in this. There are a lot of these instances where we have people who, we just saw in Chicago, a guy was released from jail, I think it was like 49 times, maybe it was 47, upwards of 45, and then they assaulted a woman in broad daylight in Chicago. We also had the man who slit Irina's throat on the train in North Carolina as well, had been released from jail about 14 times. This is an ongoing issue where liberal, woke, douchebag judges are allowing people to go and be released from prison just because they are black. This is black privilege, and it is ruining American society. It is making it more dangerous. I do not go to certain neighborhoods at certain times because I don't want to get fucking killed. I don't go to certain stores at certain times because I don't want to get killed. I don't even go to certain stores in certain neighborhoods. I completely avoid them as a whole. I mean, it is not a crazy thing to say in today's day and age with the rampant crime problems we have that you want to avoid black neighborhoods, because black neighborhoods statistically have way higher crime rates. And I do that completely. And I think everybody else should as well. I think if you're an American who gives a shit about your safety, not only should you do it, but you should tell your family to completely avoid going to these neighborhoods at all. If your favorite store's in that area, start ordering online, because it is not safe for us. And it's not just that it's not safe for us, they are intentionally targeting white people. These people, it's not to say they all do, but a lot of them just hate white people. And it's very apparent. When the guy slit Irina's throat, he goes, "I got the white girl." He says, "I got the white girl." Imagine if I did a crime like that and I said, "I got the black guy." What would the what would the charges be against me? Not only murder, but they would completely tarnish my reputation beyond that, saying that I was a racist, saying I was all these other things, a bigot, and they would make that even worse than the murder rap. But no, with this person, they didn't want to make it about race at all. But we are going to. We are going to acknowledge the problems that exist. We are going to acknowledge the targeted racism and attacks because it is a huge problem. White people, specifically white Christians, are under attack in this country, and the super predators need to be dealt with. And by super predators, I'm referring to anybody who chooses to act violently, constantly. If you cannot contain yourself from acting violently or committing crimes, you are a super predator. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what religion you are. You do not have a right to be in American society. I honestly think we should go back to the 94 crime bill, bring back 3 strike laws, and anytime somebody commits 3 crimes like that, put them in jail for the rest of their life, no probation, no chance of parole. Throw away the fucking key, because that person has failed multiple instances into reintegrating into society. And if they continue to be let back into society, you're going to deal with problems like this, where we have a guy who was arrested 51 times, then goes assaults a woman, and he gets released again. Like, what the fuck is that? If you're in that area where this individual, this super predator is, please be safe. Please inform your families of the dangers of this, because this could happen to any of us, and we need to be very smart about these things. And I've said this on a previous show, and I'm going to say it again. But if you see like a black guy dressed like shit, smelling like shit, eyes looking all fucked up, he looks like he just wants to stab somebody or fuck with someone that day, avoid them at all costs, because statistics show that that person can and will assault you. And people are going to be like, oh, that's right. No, it's not. It's looking at statistics, it's having good pattern recognition, and it's applying it in your everyday life. Because I value my life. I do not want to die. I don't want my family members to die. I'm not going to choose natural selection. I'm going to avoid it at all costs. And if that means that some people are going to look at me and say, oh, he's racist, so be it. I really do not give a shit. The labels literally mean nothing anymore. They don't mean anything. They were overused. Like, literally, if you voted for Trump, they were like, you're a racist. Like, shut up, bitch. No, I'm not. But if you guys want to call me that because I'm going to avoid black neighborhoods, high crime neighborhoods, poverty-ridden neighborhoods, MLK Boulevard as a whole, so be it. I really don't give a shit anymore. I'm sick and fucking tired of seeing white people get assaulted, get killed, get stolen from, assaulted, whatever it is. I'm sick of seeing it. It's breaking my heart, actually. It is something that every single week when I go to Mass, I pray for. I pray that the crime is able to stop. I pray that the black community is able to actually do well in America. But it seems the more money we give them and the more time that goes on, they keep doing worse. If you look at statistics, pre-civil rights to post-civil rights, the black community has completely gone downhill. The fatherhood rate went from like 78% of fathers being in the home in like 1964 or so, pre-civil rights, to now it's about 26 to 27%. Do you think that's okay? Or do you think that's leading to this rise in crime that we're currently dealing with? Because I think there's a direct correlation. And beyond that, you look at grades in school. I've shown this on the show too, but there are about 12% of schools in Chicago that have proficient reading levels, and these are majority black schools, and proficient math levels. Only 12%. Black society is failing right now in America, and a lot of it has to do with the reparations we've been giving them, and people who are confused by that, like, oh, we don't give them reparations. We give them billions of fucking dollars a year through EBT, through SNAP, through all these social services that black Americans get and they use and abuse. Black women were taught to divorce their husbands and marry the government. If a black single mom exists, she can get EBT, she can get Section 8, she can get basically everything for free. But if she's married, it's a little different. It's a little harder to get. So that is one reason. And then another, black culture does not promote staying in the house as a father. There are NBA players who literally make this very apparent. You know, what was the name? It will come back to me in a moment. I'm a big NBA fan, so I'll remember it. But there was an NBA player recently who literally paid 18 years of child support up front and said he never wants to even speak to the kid or know the kid or have a relationship with the child, and he just wants to get it all out of the way. Is that setting a good example for the youth? Is it setting a good example for the youth when a lot of these people, it's not just that guy, when a lot of these people, rappers, basketball players, football players, when a lot of the high value black individuals, I don't know what you want to call them, but the more successful ones, when they are abandoning their wives, when they are abandoning their families, ignoring their families as a whole, is that helping black society, or is that setting a shitty example? Because in the town I grew up in, it doesn't matter what age I was. If I got a girl pregnant, I would have been not only expected to raise the child, father the child, and be there and present, but I would have been ostracized and I would have been a laughingstock in my town if I didn't. But in black communities, that's just a normal thing. I want you to find me one black community where people are ridiculing somebody for abandoning their family. And I mean the entire town is talking about it, because it does not happen. It is so normalized in black culture and black society, and it is leading to the decline in it. And we are seeing the effects for us now. We're seeing violence on the rise, black crime on the rise, black murder rates going up, and they're killing each other at astronomical rates. Black people have a lot more kids than white people per capita, but the problem is black people do two things to limit their population growth. There's a reason the black population isn't growing that much, even though they have a ton of babies. One of them is because 40% of all abortions, 40% of all of them are black people. That's a crazy number considering they're only 13% of the population. But 40%, almost half of all abortions are from black people. And the second thing is if you are here's an interesting statistic. Let's phrase it this way, actually. The two most dangerous things to be, or places to be as a black person. The most dangerous place to be as a black person, where you're most likely to get murdered, is in your mother's stomach. I mean, that's a statistic. And then second, black people are killing at each other at astronomical rates. And a lot of it's just gang violence, petty retard bullshit. I've talked about this, and Myron made a joke about it on his stream, but it's like, black people will literally live in free Section 8 housing, and they'll protect their block like it's land they own. They'll be like, oh, you're on my block? You're an op? Let me fucking kill you real quick. Let me rob you. Run your shit, motherfucker. It's like, you literally don't even own this land. You are renting it for $400 fucking dollars a month. They're getting it for free. It's fucking insane. The thug mentality, the douchebaggery, whatever you want to call it, it is something that needs to be rooted out of our society completely. We need to have strict 3-strike laws that put these people back in jail. And I make this reference a lot too, but I really wish we can go back to the old Bill Clinton, Joe Biden days in the 90s, where people could just call these people super predators with no problem, where people could say 94 crime bill, 3-strike laws. Like, I yearn for those days. That would be amazing. It's really sad what's happening, and it makes me really scared for my life, especially when I'm in a big city where you can't really control the neighborhoods you're in always, or you can't control who's around you. Because in the town I'm in, I don't have to worry about it. There's not a lot of black crime in my town. Why? Because there's not a lot of black people. But the ones there are seem to commit a lot of crimes, and it's not to say they all do, but a high percentage of black individuals are committing crimes. They are committing violent crimes. I think it's like 2% of all black people will commit murder. It's a very scary statistic, and we need to figure out the root causes of this. Obviously, there's some IQ differences. Obviously, there is a lot of differences when it comes to the education in the home and the love in the home, because how are you going to get as much love as most kids if you only have one parent in the home? And it's not like your other parent's dead, although they might be. But if they're in jail, or if they're just abandoning your family, how do you expect your family to ever succeed, or future generations to ever succeed? Because right now, black culture in America is failing, and it's failing abysmally. We need to fix this. This is going to be a real issue as it keeps going into the future, because it's not slowing down. It's only ramping up. And I'm looking over at all these mugshots, and it's just like, holy shit. Like, look at how many there are. You're telling me that after, like, this third one right here, or it probably started here. He looks a little younger down here. But you're telling me after, like, this third arrest on the bottom here, they weren't like, okay, let's just put this guy in jail for life and throw away the fucking key. This guy is, he's a nuisance to society. He honestly should probably just get the death penalty at that point. Like, at a point, we just got to look at these things and say, is this person worth keeping around in society? And maybe you don't want to give them the death penalty. Maybe they didn't do anything to deserve that, but at least put them in jail for life. Put them in jail for life and throw away the key. Don't even give them rec time. Give them solitary confinement for life. I don't give a shit. Remove them from society, because as a tax-paying individual in this country, as a hardworking individual in this country, as someone who has real family values, it scares the shit out of me that I could go sit down on a train, or a female in my family could go sit down on a train and have their throat slit just because a black guy's having a bad day that day. That's not acceptable in my fucking book. That is something that needs to be completely rooted out of society, because this danger that is among us is not okay. This danger that is among us needs to be removed out of society. And it has to start with the black people. And again, I know I'm pitching a lot of like legal things, like we should do this legally to put them there, which is saying, mainly white people would be doing it. But if we really want to improve it from the inside, black people need to start shitting on each other more. And I know they shit on each other a lot, but they need to shit on each other about different things. Right now, like black people shit on each other if they don't join gangs, if they don't do things like that. No, you guys need to shit on each other when you do join gangs. You guys need to shit on each other when people abandon their families. You guys need to ostracize people. You guys need to use public shame. If somebody is impregnating a woman and abandoning her, you need to publicly shame that person. You need to do everything you can to make it embarrassing to do the things that black Americans are doing. Because like I said, in my town, that shit doesn't happen. If a white kid in my town knocked up a girl, they would be so fucking embarrassed, and embarrassed to the point that they would feel like they had to die if they didn't father that child and be a good father to that child. And not only that, their parents would never have allowed it. Black parents need to be a lot better. And again, a lot of it starts with bringing dads back into the homes, which that really needs to be fixed. But when you have that, you then have to discipline your fucking children. And I'm not saying beat the shit out of your kids, but a little smack on the back of the head or the rear end is not going to fucking kill anybody. And it might set your kids straight at a young age. Even bring your kids to like a Scared Straight program if they're really acting out of line. Limiting who your friends hang out with. I remember when I was growing up, I would make friends, and my mom would sometimes be like, that person's not a good person, I don't want you around them. And at the time, I would be like, oh, no, Mom, I want to hang around the blah, blah, blah. And then over time, you realize that your parents know what the fuck they're talking about. And sure, I'm not saying that they're always going to be right. There might be manipulative parents out there or ignorant parents out there. But at the same time, parents have a good intuition, especially mothers. And if a mother is looking at your friends and saying they are bad influences on you, it's only going to lead to worse things in your life if you stick around these people. We should trust that. And moms, especially black moms, need to start doing this. And they need to start enforcing it. They need to do everything they can to enforce this within their household, within their neighborhoods. This needs to be a group effort. Because again, it can't just be one black family doing it. It's got to be them all. We got to start improving black society, or else it will never improve. And if black people don't actually put in the work to do it, they're just going to see their own race die off through abortion and through murder. And again, it's not white people killing black people, although it does happen rarely. It is black people killing black people. The biggest threat to another black man's life is going to be either in his mother's womb or another black person. And that's a real statistic. Those are two very real statistics. The deadliest places for black people are around other black people and in their black mother's womb, because abortions are so high in the black community and the murder rate is only rising. So we're going to move on. I did want to address that and talk about that because it is a real issue in our country. And we've spoke about this a lot before. Again, we're always going to acknowledge crime problems. I acknowledge crime problems within all races, but with black people in America, it seems to not change at all. There are races that have had crime problems that have fixed them. Italians are a great example of this. And they assimilated very well. But even though black people have been in this country a lot longer than Italians, they have not assimilated. And we need to get them to assimilate, because anyone who is not assimilating to American culture needs to be removed from America completely. We need to have a government who's willing to do that, because we cannot have rampant crime, growing crime in our country, making the Native Americans, making the people who actually work hard in this country, pay taxes in this country, don't collect government benefits every fucking day or every week or month or whatever it is. We need to have them actually have something to look forward to. And if every day they're scared that the 13% of the population is going to fucking kill them, that's not okay, and that's not a good society. We are a failing nation in a lot of ways, and black Black America is really not helping that. Black America has a lot of things they need to step up before, like I said, it gets too late for them and they literally kill each other off, because that's the direction it's trending towards. Black people have so many fucking babies, but at the same time, they murder even more. We're going to move on, though. I do want to show you guys some other stuff I had for you today. I wanted to show this. This has to do with illegal immigrants and legal immigrants, but this is another truck driver who should not have been driving a truck. They could not read English, could barely speak English, and they killed multiple people. And this was not even in the United States. This was in the UK. But still, this is a problem all around the world, and especially in the United States. It happens probably once a week, at least in the United States, and probably even more. That's just what's reported. We all know there's a lot of crime that just doesn't make the media. The media is very fucking biased. It is very fucking selective about what it wants to report on. We're going to watch this quick clip, though. It's awful.
Hello, yeah, lorry's just hit the car on the A27 between Tesco's roundabout and the Stockbridge thingy, but...
You guys kind of, I mean, we don't have to listen to the 911 call, but you guys get it. I mean, this person should not have been behind the wheel of a car, but due to woke bullshit-ass policies, this person was able to get a license. And I know this is in the UK, but this just happened last week in California. It happened the week before in Florida, and multiple Americans are dead over this. Multiple hardworking, tax-paying Americans died because a legal or illegal immigrant who refused to learn the language of America decided to get behind the wheel of a car, get their CDL. Someone decided to give them a fucking CDL, and they were able to kill multiple Americans because they couldn't read a U-turn sign, they couldn't read a yield sign, whatever the fuck it was. It is a problem in our nation when we have such woke bullshit-ass policies that we're like, oh, we feel bad for these immigrants, we got to give them something. Let's give them CDLs. Let's give them access to driving trucks that weigh 80,000 fucking tons. Like, it's fucking insane. It's just, it's scary to be around. And this is another huge problem as well. The mayor of Coldwater, Kansas, Jose Cabellos, has been revealed to be a foreign national who not only got elected while not being a citizen, but has also been voting in federal and state elections since at least 2022. And they want to say this isn't happening. You know, you hear in the media all the time, oh, but illegals and these people, the foreign nationals, they're not voting. They're not doing, like... They are. There is voter fraud. Every single election contains it. It's impossible to think that in a election on that scale doesn't have some form of fraud in it. If the NBA has fraud in it, if college football, if the NFL, if business, if every fucking industry in the world has fraud in it, why is it that when you bring up fraud within political elections that it's like this taboo subject we can't speak about? Because it does exist, and it is hurting Americans. And it's hurting not just Americans, but it's hurting the cities themselves, the finance part of it, it's hurting the laws, it goes against our Constitution and everything we stand for here.
The mayor of Coldwater accused of election fraud. The charges come hours after he secured a second term in office. Attorney General Chris Kobach charged Mayor Jose Joe Ceballos with 6 felonies, 3 counts each of voting without being qualified and election perjury. Kobach claims Ceballos is lawfully living in the U.S., but is a citizen of Mexico, making him ineligible to vote.
I don't know if this is cutting out for you guys, but it's cutting out so fucking hard for me right now. I just paused it. Let's try and play again.
He alleges the mayor illegally cast ballots in the August 2024 primary and November 2022 and 2023 general elections.
In large part, our system right now is based on trust. Trust that when the person signed the registration or signs the poll books saying that he's a qualified elector or that he is a United States citizen, that the person is telling the truth.
Why can't we just actually fact check these things? Like, how hard would it be for the government to try and actually look through all the registered voters and check if they're actually citizens or not? It doesn't seem like that hard of a task when we have AI supercomputers that can replace humans in the workplace. It seems like they should be able to do something as simple as that to make sure we don't have these fraudulent election problems. Because we are dealing with fraudulent elections, and this is one of them. We literally had a foreign national, not a real American, running for government, and they won. And not only that, they were voting multiple times too. So for anyone who says this shit doesn't happen, fuck you. This is your proof. I want to move on. I saw this, and this shit made me laugh. I mean, this is fucking insane. Danielle Grant, this woman right here, says she's starving. We're going to watch this quick video, but does this bitch look like she's starving, or does she look like she just ate too many fridges? I mean, this girl's fatter than fuck. Like, this is insane. And yes, for people who get mad at that, we need to shame fat people, because it's really easy not to be fat. Just eat less, work out more. It's that easy. Eat less, EATLESS, work out more, you fucking fat asses. It's that fucking easy. And for anyone who's like, oh, you're an asshole, I don't fucking care. I want people to live longer. I don't want people to die of heart disease and heart attacks and have type 2 diabetes. I want people to actually fucking live happy, healthy lives. I want people to be able to birth children. I don't want people this fucking fat in my country, especially people on food stamps. That's another problem I have. If you're on food stamps in my country, I really expect you to be fucking skinny. And like, I expect you to be like Jesus on the cross skinny. I don't expect you to have any extra fucking fat. I want you to be fucking starving. I legitimately want people on food benefits to only be able to get like soup, bread, milk, eggs, water, like the basic necessities to live, and that's it, because it should only be something that you're on for a very temporary period of time until you're able to get yourself back on your feet. But when you give people hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a month to buy chips, to buy soda, to buy all the shit that loads up this fat ass right here, this is what you fucking get. You get someone dependent on the government for everything. They never get off it because they have this dependency that they've gotten locked into, essentially. Like, they're so fucking dependent on the government. They're unwilling to work. They're unwilling to add anything to society. And when they take the benefits away temporarily because the government shut down, she's like, I'm starving. Like, we're going to watch this video. You guys will see. Like, this is insane. Like, this fat ass is starving? Go eat some of your body fat, you fat bitch.
It's really bad.
Danielle Grant is starving.
I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can get some food. Because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow. So we're going to try to make ends meet, and we can.
Desperate for food, nowhere to go, Grant and many others got to the Hope Line today just to make an appointment to come back later in the week for food. Resources are slim, leaving 40% of Bronxites without money to feed themselves. Some still in shock.
You heard things before, but it's like, they're not going to let people starve. That's ridiculous, you know, but it's like, no, that's literally like what's happening.
We hope the food pantries maintain open, because if they don't stay open.
Like, the circumference of that girl's face is bigger than my ass. That's insane. It's literally insane how fucking fat that girl is who says, I'm starved. No, bitch, you're not starving. You're fat as shit. You are fat as fuck. Your BMI is off the fucking charts. You are not starving. And if you are, good. To be honest, you need to lose a little bit of weight, sweetheart. While you're starving, go work out as well. Like, it's fucking insane. And I saw this. This is just like the fatigue I'm talking about. Because, again, we could talk about black crime a lot, but we could also talk about the fatigue. We could talk about the fact that there's just not a lot of decorum, no decency in a lot of instances. Like, and I'm not saying it applies to the entire group. A lot of great black people out there. A lot of hardworking black people. A lot of good American black people. But at the same time, we have to be able to acknowledge the part of black culture that is really fucking bad. And that's this right here. It's the fatigue. Like, you'll see this tweet right here. It says, I would prefer to flee into the wilderness and build a shack out of leaves and sticks than deal with this for fast food pay. Yeah, I mean, I would have one-punched this cunt if this was me.
Oh, don't fuck with me. Give me my money.
I got it coming. Give me 1 second, man.
Record, bitch. I can record, too.
Give me my money. Give me all that money.
Cheap-ass phone.
Cheap-ass phone.
What the fuck is that? Give me my money.
What the fuck is that?
Get the fuck up out of here, bro.
Like, what a
Give me
fucking
my
dumb
fucking
bitch.
money, bitch. Yeah, these motherfuckers give me, mess up my fucking order in this motherfucker. This little fat bitch right here. Yeah, bitch. I can record too.
You could lose some pounds around the midsection if you're going to start calling people fat, sweetheart.
Recording people. Recording, and they gonna see your fat ass too, bitch. Give a fuck. Give me fucking up
no
people
decorum.
order because they up here making chunk change. Look at them. broke ass.
Levanta esos nuggets, mira.
Can't even afford to eat here, probably working at this motherfucker. All these motherfuckers. Give me my, I don't give a fuck, bitch. Fuck the police. Think I give a fuck about the police? Give me my money, like I said, and I would have been gone, bitch. But I can wait for the police, because I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Man, you know it's cool.
I love how people say I don't give a fuck like it's a point of pride now. I remember hearing the comedian Sammy Morrill say this. It's like, when did it become cool to be like, I don't give a fuck? It's like, that used to be just a douchebag thing. It's like saying like, I don't fucking care. Like, you should care. You should care how you come off. You should care how you present yourself. And in a bigger aspect, how you present your race, because there are so many fucking problems within the black community. The last thing the good black people need is more people chimping out like this. That's the last thing the hardworking black Americans who actually contribute to American society need. Like, again, when white people act like this, we call it out, we ostracize them, we make them embarrassed to be who they are, and that's how it should be. But black people don't do that. You see people standing around doing fucking nothing. And the white people aren't gonna come in and interfere with this woman out of fear of getting fucking stabbed or shot by her husband or her or whoever the fuck, or one of her kids. She's got some YN kids.
About no police, and neither one of y'all motherfuckers need to suck dick and die, bitches.
Suck dick and die, bitches. Give me all that. Give me all that money. Give me all that money back. You missed one of my chicken nuggets. Give me all that money. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up, you fat bitch. It's crazy that she called the other girl fat, too, when she's got a little bit of a gordo stomach there. She looks like she ate 3 fucking meals that day. We're gonna move on, though. I do want to show this video of our, one of our Wang halves. One of our beauty Wang halves. I don't love the dress she wore. I don't think that's good. I think that's basically just like softcore porn for people. It's more than softcore. I mean, you can literally see her tits in the dress that she wore on the red carpet. I don't really appreciate that, because like, kids could see that. That's not good for children to see. You know, like, you can make the argument that like adults are mainly the ones but still, like, that's picture is going to be sent around in every middle school and high school group chat for young boys. Like, that's how their fucking minds work. So it's not great for society, but this I appreciate. This I love. Sidney Sweeney has, like Harrison Smith says, has bigger balls than the Heritage Foundation guy. She has bigger balls than any of these fucking douchebags in government.
The criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like, white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like, that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
The criticism of the content,
just refuses to answer her bullshit trap ass question. We need you to denounce white supremacy. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. You're gonna say she doesn't have good genes? Look at her. Like, objectively, she is very attractive. Very attractive woman. She's got cannons. No, I'm kidding. But you guys get what I'm saying. She's got great genetics. So for her to be like, white supremacy, we denounce. Like, shut up, bitch. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Go back and make your husband miserable, you old fucking hag. But we love Sidney for that. We love you, Sidney Sweeney. You are a beauty for that one. Thank you, sweetheart. We really appreciate you. A true Wang half, true America First patriot in a lot of ways. I do want to go over here, because this is, I mean, we're going to grape all the TP. I can't. I said, I didn't say rape, Spotify. I didn't say rape. I was making a groiper joke. But we are going to show up to all these TPUSA events, and we're going to be relentless with our questions. We are going to keep asking stuff like this, and this I love right here. Someone comes up to the mic, and they ask, what about Donald Trump's donations he took from the Israel lobby? What about our relationship with Israel? And I want you guys to really hear this.
Ms. Trump, I'd like to ask about your father's relationship with Israel. He's taken over $230 million from pro-Israel groups. During the summer against Iran, even though he advised against it, Israel still attacked Iran, and the U.S. still bombed on behalf of Israel. Your father's frustrations with Netanyahu have been made clear when he cursed on national TV over the situation. Israel has not been a great ally to the U.S. all the way since 1960 when they bombed the USS Liberty. Israel is a nation where Christians are...
Do you guys hear that applause when he brings that up? Do you hear that applause? Because I can feel it. I can feel it, baby. I'm excited.
...constantly under attack in both Gaza and the West Bank. We talk about America first and defending Christians, but how can we do this if we align ourselves with a nation that does not do that itself?
There's no question my father's had frustration. In fact, I think he's had frustration throughout the whole conflict with both sides. At the same time, make no mistake, you have a nation that is chanting death to America every single day on the streets of Tehran. You have a nation that will develop a nuclear weapon, and you have a nation that will use that nuclear weapon.
The reason they're chanting death to America, or at least some people are in those countries, is because of our relationship with Israel. It's been documented.
Against the Western way of life, there's no question about it. You have a nation that will use proxies around the world, whether it's Yemen, whether there's a lot of other ones, to inflict serious harm on this nation, and they don't hide it. They don't hide it. In fact, it's really interesting. About a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, they put out, the Ayatollah in Iran put out an emoji, a little short video clip of a drone hovering over my father's head as he played golf. This was literally posted on the Ayatollah's, Twitter page, following my father around a golf course with a crosshair right on top of him, as if they wanted to assassinate him and as if they wanted to hurt him. Guys, Iran wanted to destroy our way of life. They wanted to hurt us. They wanted to inflict real pain. What I can tell you about my father is, in terms of Israel, he wants a peaceful Middle East. He wants peace around the world. He wants to end the killing. He did that with India and Pakistan. He did that, obviously, you saw what he did with Cambodia and Thailand. He's tried to stop every conflict because he's sick and tired of the death and destruction. So there have been times that he got mad at Netanyahu. There's plenty of times where he's gotten mad at Putin. There's times where he's been mad at Zelensky. And he uses all of that as a tool to stop pain and destruction and death of people that are our age, your age in most cases, who have become political pawns and who have been marched into literally trenches and killed by the millions.
Fear-mongering.
And that's what my father wants to see end right this second. And that's why he's worked so hard for peace around the world. In fact, Donald Trump is the only president in the United States history that's never brought America to war. And I hope he keeps following in that crusade.
He never acknowledged the USS Liberty. He never acknowledged the Christians getting attacked. And he brought how, young people are now political pawns in other countries, etc. And then he says, he's never started any new wars, but we're still funding Ukraine. We funded the Israel war, and we're pushing a regime change in Venezuela. But they're not calling it a war. It's just a regime change, guys. And we bombed Iran, but it's just fucking insane, the lies and deceit. And you can see the look on their faces, how they're realizing it in real time that the groyping is about to start. The groyping is here to stay.
In response to the nukes from Iran, Israel has nuclear weapons and is not a part of the IAEA, unlike Iran. And it's just sad to see, because I've never seen the American president get treated the way he does by the Israeli government.
Yep.
Here's what I'll add. Do we or do we not have phase 1 of a peace agreement in the Middle East right now?
Israel has violated the peace agreement over 95 times. It's been documented, and I've showed the evidence on this show.
Nothing is ever going to be perfect, but I'll tell you what, this president works with what he has. He believes in peace through strength, and whether we're talking about in the Middle East, whether we're talking about a 40-year war like Armenia and Azerbaijan, as Eric just pointed out, a 5-day war in Thailand and Cambodia, this is a president of peace. And sometimes you have to be slightly unconventional with how you get there. You use what you have. That is certainly what he's been able to do. And I would just say, peace around the world sounds pretty good to me, and that's what this president is bringing.
Doesn't seem like that to me. Does not seem like that at all. And the evidence shows that they're just, again, pushing propaganda and lies. And again, just look at his fucking face. Look at that face right there. It is happening in real time. America First is winning. Groypers are winning. We're fucking back, baby. We're going to keep going on with the show. I want to show this Tucker clip. This is like a 5-minute clip. We'll see if we watch the whole thing. But this is Tucker explaining what happened in the aftermath of the Nick Fuentes interview. Again, Tucker, another Wang half. We really appreciate you, Tucker. I think if Tucker signed up for a 2028 ticket, he would get a lot of support from the America First guys. I don't think he would want to, but he would get a lot of support from the America First guys if he did.
I'm so happy we are having this moment.
Well, I'm so grateful to be here.
Oh.
I didn't think I'd ever leave my house again. We had Nazi Week this week, and I turned off my phone.
Yeah.
I have Nazi Week about once a year.
Have you
for like 30 years, and now I'm just like I can't do.
You have any big interviews lately? How's everything going?
I literally went on a hunting trip, and my wife had put Starlink in our hunting camp, which I was totally opposed to, but there was a sense that like I needed to be in touch, and my phone went off. We're like on the Canadian border and hunting with my college roommates, and all of a sudden I check my phone. You have 400 texts, and they're like Nazi, and I was like, oh, turning this off. I still haven't replied yet.
Unsubscribe.
No, I've been through this before.
Yes, of course you have. I mean, everybody has. As I was, just recounting, I was a racist in literally every newspaper in the country. It's like this is what they say. They go to the worst possible place to paint anything you do as an attempt, I think, to delegitimize.
That's why the words mean nothing as well. When you continuously call people racist, Nazis, bigots, misogynist, homophobic, whatever fucking words you want to throw at us, it means nothing over time because they were overused and overplayed. They overplayed their hand.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about why Nick Fuentes.
I interviewed Fuentes. Well, I should just give the publicly available information on this, which is that I was in an extremely personal and bitter war with Fuentes like 3 weeks ago. It mostly wasn't public, but Fuentes was attacking my father, a subject I have like literally no sense of humor. My father passed in March, and was really kind of the patriarch. Not kind of, he was the patriarch in our family and a hero to every person in our family. And some of what Fuentes was saying about my dad was, true, okay, which made it worse. But I was just so offended by that, I couldn't deal with it, and my son and my wife. So I was really mad at Fuentes, and then I did an interview, and just out of I was so mad it popped out, and I attacked Nick Fuentes in this interview. This was last month, I think, ish.
Candace.
And then I got all these calls from people saying, "Do you know anything about?" I don't know anything really about Nick Fuentes, other than he's attacking my dad, my wife, and my son. And it was like, actually, Nick Fuentes is the single most influential commentator among young men.
Oh, yeah.
Like, period.
He's got 5 million subscribers on Rumble.
It's bonkers. And I didn't know any of it. I mean, I'm 56, so I'll just, state the obvious,
He's not our demo.
My oldest child is 31, much older than Nick Fuentes. So I kind of missed a lot of this stuff. I pride myself on not missing things. I totally missed that. Really? And then it turns out that, he has no advertisers. They've been trying to cancel him since freshman year in college. Ben Shapiro actually tried to shut him down freshman year in college, and it didn't work. In fact, it had the opposite effect. So I was like, And so then I talked to a million people I know, maybe I should interview Nick Fuentes to hear what is this actually? And so I decided to do it. And I thought it would be controversial. I didn't think it would become what it's become. I'm not going to offer any defense other than, it's kind of interesting. I've interviewed I'm doing this for 34 years, so I've interviewed everybody, most of them bad people, to be honest.
Right.
I interviewed Liberian militia leaders during the Liberian Civil War, all cannibals, every single one of them. It tasted human flesh. And first of all, I kind of like them. I'm just being honest, because I like people. Don't agree with cannibalism. Pretty opposed.
For the record.
But I'm
pretty
just that
opposed.
way. I just like people, and the closer, if you can smell someone and talk to them, it's hard to not see the human in the person, even if he's a cannibal.
Did the Liberian cannibal smell good?
Kind of rank, to be honest. Actually, during the interview, I'll never forget this. I was in Africa to cover the Civil War, and I'm interviewing this guy, and he was Commander Butt Naked, or it wasn't actually Commander Butt Naked, who was a famous militia leader during that war, who fought, needless to say, butt naked. But I'm interviewing this guy, and his cell phone goes off, and it's the Woody Woodpecker theme song. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're human. It was like hilarious. Anyway, the point is, none of those were controversial. Like, I interview people who are hated, and in some cases, like, demonstrably evil, and I ask them, why did you do that? And what, what's your account of yourself? Like, tell me who you are. What do you believe? Mm-hmm. And that was the first thing I wanted to achieve with Nick Fuentes. Like, what is this? Tell me. I'll give you 2 hours. I have only watched your clips, are like a minute long. I want to hear, like, why don't you describe what you think? Because I think that's the small role that I play, which is to get documentary evidence of people describing what they think. I did it with Putin. I'll probably do it with every other bad person in the world because I'm interested. Not because I agree with him, because I think it's interesting. And second, I wanted to say something very specific to Nick Fuentes, and it's this, and I said it, which is, I think it's totally legitimate to criticize any foreign country, from Belgium to Congo to Israel, because they're foreign countries.
Yes.
And I'll never give up that right. In fact, it's an obligation, I would say.
Let's go, Tucker. Yeah, I mean, Tucker's interviewed some of the worst people around the world, and, like, let's give this example, and I've given it before, but Ben Shapiro interviewed Bibi Netanyahu, a wanted war criminal. But somehow interviewing Nick Fuentes, the most canceled man in America, is the worst possible thing. And it is literally splitting up the entire conservative movement. And to be honest, I fucking love it. I fucking love that it's happening. I love that we are actually about to get real America First policies, because J.D. Vance, he's going to have to make a decision really soon. And I don't know why. I have a good feeling he's going to make the right one. He's going to pick America first, not Israel first. I want to show one more clip from the Megyn Kelly Tucker Carlson interview that happened today. This is about fat-ass Randy Fine. Randy Fine is fat as fuck.
The main criticism, as I understand it, has been, well, yes, platforming. They say that. I don't accept platforming as a valid objection.
When is that a verb, by the way? You take a noun and you make it into a verb and nobody says anything? As a former editor, I say no.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
Honestly, but as far as I know, Nick Fuentes hasn't eaten anyone. I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer ate people, and he was platformed by Diane Sawyer.
Dude, we have a sitting member of Congress. I spoke to the Speaker of the House about this today. We have a sitting member of Congress from Florida called Randy Fine, who was literally texted or put on Twitter, we should kill them all. Every single one. Someone texted a picture of a dead baby, and he laughs at it. Mm. And it's like, this guy's a lawmaker who's appropriating money to a military committing genocide, and that's cool? It's not cool.
No.
And let's just be honest. That is much worse than anything Nick Fuentes has said. Period.
Yes.
So the main pushback has been, when you had Jeffrey Dahmer or the Ku Klux Klan, or et cetera, these journalists went after them, exposed the terrible things. And Nick Fuentes has said a long list of very vile things.
Big time, including attacking my dad, which was the most vile of all, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I personally have watched videos of him questioning the Holocaust, likening it to baking cookies in the oven, and there's no way you could have gotten to 6 million, seems to be his theory. He seems to think that we've way overstated the number of Jews killed in the Holocaust. He's ripped on poor Usha Vance in the most offensive terms, which I mean, so what do you say to those people? Say, why didn't you raise any of that?
Do your own interview the way that you want to do it.
Based.
You're not my editor. Buzz off.
Based.
I mean, I don't know. You want to go yell at Nick Fuentes? I'll give you his cell. Call him. And go sit and yell at him and feel virtuous or whatever. That's up to you. I got the same thing with Putin. Why aren't you yelling at him? Okay, why? So I can show that I'm a good person? I care about what my wife thinks, my children think, and God thinks. And that's it. I don't need to prove that I'm a good person to you. You may think I'm a terrible person. Okay, I'm just doing my thing, which is I want to understand what people think. And I'm committed to that. And if you don't like it, don't watch. That's my view. Yep. But that doesn't mean that I share the views. I'm not telling Nazi jokes, obviously, or Holocaust jokes. I mean, please.
That's also the thing. You got to think Nick is an edgelord in a lot of ways, or he was, and jokes are fine. It's your intention that matters a lot. You could literally make I don't care if people make racist jokes, sexist jokes, whatever fucking kind of jokes they want to make. As long as you're not seriously saying you want to go out and hurt people, jokes are fucking jokes, and people need to fucking learn to grow the fuck up. It's gotten to a point where people are just such fucking pussies about jokes. They hear a joke that offends their group that they belong to or their friend belongs to, and they're like, we need to take this person's rights away. No, shut up, bitch. You're a dumb bitch. Like, it's fucking insane that we deal with that. I do want to move on with our show, though. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. I saw this, and this is awesome. I only wish the age was like 14 or 15 or whatever. Like, I think the age of consent in Florida is like 7, I don't know what the 16, 17 it's got to be, because that's what it is, I think, around the United States. But I feel like this should just be like, why are we not giving the death penalty to pedophiles everywhere? If anyone deserves to die, it's pedophile. Like, people who take innocence away from children need to be fucking killed by the government. The government needs to kill these people through legal means. They need to use the death penalty. They need to make laws that say that anybody who rapes a child is irredeemable. We're not going to chemically castrate you. We're not going to try and rehabilitate you. We are going to execute you. That's what the government needs to do. And it's not to say the citizens should do this. Although I do love a lot of the pred hunting shows where they, beat the shit out of a predator and a target. I'm not going to lie. I have my fair share of nights where I'm binge watching just clips of pedophiles getting their shit fucking knocked in by a couple of just happy patriots who I would love to buy a beer for one day. If any of my fans are any of those pedophile hunters, just know I'll buy you a beer when I meet you. I really fucking hate pedophiles more than anything in this world. Pedophiles are the worst people to ever exist. Anybody who takes the innocence away from a child, one of God's children, needs to be dealt with immediately, and the government needs to put them down in the most brutal way possible. And we should bring it to public executions as well. They should be either hanging these people publicly, the government, or they should be firing squad, maybe. I don't know. I feel like the electric chair or the lethal injection, the way they usually do death sentences, is not even brutal enough for pedophiles. If someone is going to rape a child, violate that child's innocence, one of God's children, they cannot be rehabilitated. They cannot be let back into society. They cannot be trusted. And there are people in California, and I don't mean just like citizens, although there are a lot of them, but there are people within the California government who want to take the term pedophile and make it a derogatory term and say you have to call them minor attracted people, and they want to call it a sexual identity. Those people need to be arrested as well, because again, if you're supporting this in any way, or if you are doing anything to allow this to keep going, you are so fucked up in the head, and honestly, you deserve a fucking great, if you're a woman doing it, your husband should fucking smack you. If you're a man doing it, you just need to be fucking killed. Like, there is no redeemable qualities in a person who is defending that or is doing that act. I mean, it is so fucking awful. And it's mainly men who are pedophiles, but there are some females, and they're usually not looked at in the same way as the male pedophiles, but they need to be. Like, a lot of female teachers who sleep with students, they almost get celebrated. Or not the teachers themselves, but it's like the young boys get celebrated as like the kid who fucked his teacher. But it's like, that is terrible, grotesque, and disgusting. And movies like That's My Boy that normalize shit like that's just pedophilia. That person needs to be put in jail forever. They should not be celebrated. That child got their innocence taken from them from a adult who knew exactly what the fuck they were doing. The child didn't realize what was happening at the time. They might have known they were having sex, but they might have not known all the implications of it, what it actually means, what it actually is, what it can do and reproduce. It's really terrible. Pedophiles have no redeemable qualities, and they are the worst scum on this fucking earth, by far. And we're actually going to show some of the worst scum and it's not just the pedophiles, it's a lot of rapists in general, but here's where we get to the point in our show where we are going to talk about the Israeli rape scandal. This part, again, there are blurred out videos here, so nothing is too graphic, but someone in the comments was like, you're just talking about this propaganda about the Israeli rape and you're not actually going to show it. And I commented back saying I wasn't going to, because originally I wasn't, and then I found out a video where enough stuff was blurred that you really can't see much, so it's not that graphic and I can show it. So again, anyone who doesn't want to be around for this part, feel free to skip ahead or just tune out at this point, or don't tune out. We got the comments at the end. I'm sure you guys want to hear that. But yeah, this part is about to be fucked up, sad, and this is the Israeli war crimes that we are funding right here. So, Israeli's military former top lawyer arrested over leaked video as bodies of 45 Palestinians handed over. Leaked video equals video evidence of Israeli troops gang raping a hostage until they ruptured his intestines and rectum. See the footage below. Sky News strangely failed to mention the plight of the victim. This particular hostage taken captive by Gaza was released without charge after the attack, and several surgeries later is now fearing for his life as Israel seeks to silence anyone who may help imprison the Israeli animals responsible for these horrific human rights abuses. Depraved evil. And that is a tweet by this fucking person right here. And I don't know if you guys have been watching this in the background. We'll scroll back for a second, and then I have a second angled clip as well. But you can see all the Palestinian prisoners laying down here. They take one up. They bring them over here. I'm going to fucking mute this. And they all block it. And then you can kind of see it right there. But here, we're going to switch over to this angle right here, where you could really see it. They block it from the cameras, and they rape this individual. So, to you, Fidel, the guy who keeps commenting about this, what do you think about the IDF now? What do you think about Israel now? Do you think the United States should be funding this? Do you see that? Do you see him fucking thrusting into him? Do you think the United States should be funding rape? You sick, disgusting fuck? Because you're all over my fucking comments, downvoting people's comments, talking shit, calling people anti-Semites because they call out Israel. But this is what the fuck Israel's doing. They're fucking raping people. And maybe it's not every one of these soldiers who's doing it, but they stood by and watched, and they protected him from the cameras. And then they arrest the lawyer who then tries to call out this bad behavior. And we're not even sure she's actually arrested. She might be dead. There was a suicide note found from her. She was missing for about 10 hours, and then they said they found her on a beach. But no images or videos with her in it have been released yet. So there's a good chance this woman's actually fucking dead, and they're just covering up that crime as well. But even if she's not, even if she's alive and she's in Israeli custody, does it really fix the fact that these IDF soldiers on U.S. taxpayer dollars raped this individual? Fucking sick and disgusting. I still have this video audio fucking playing. I could hear it. It's fucking disgusting. And to you, Fidel, in the comments, I want to know what your response to this is. Because I did this for you. I wasn't even going to bring this up today, but then you wanted to go on and say, it's propaganda, it's not real. Is that not real? Is that video there fake? Is that an AI video? You sick, disgusting fuck? People like you make me fucking sick. They really do. We're going to go on with our show. We only got a couple things left to talk about before we get to the end of the show. But I had to bring that up. I had to show that because there's a lot of people who just think it's propaganda. And literally, Google and YouTube are censoring videos of this. They took down multiple people's channels and multiple people's videos showing the crimes. I'm hoping this one doesn't get taken down, but we'll see. But that is what Israel's doing. They are raping people. They are raping prisoners. It's fucking disgusting. To call yourself a religious state and then to go engage in rape of prisoners, don't call yourself religious people. You're scum if you're doing that or if you're supporting that. Anybody who stands with Israel that's an American after seeing something like that, I really question your morality. But this is a new trending thing. We got to give props where it's due. Candace is now the #1 podcast in the country. With no promotion, Candace is the #1 podcast in the country. And this is happening because she is one of the only people, not the only, but one of the only people actually investigating the Charlie Kirk murder. And she brought out breaking news that there was 12 Israeli cell phone devices there on the ground that day. She showed the text messages showing Charlie was pushed out of the Israel lobby. So it seems like there could have been some Israeli involvement, especially after we watched Ian Carroll's video, where they exposed the search terms that showed that they were searching for the lawyer, the chief of staff, the doctors, the hospital that Charlie Kirk went to, and all these things were being searched in Israel and in Washington, D.C. weeks, if not months before. So that's another thing we're going to watch out for. But Candace, props to you, sweetheart. This is awesome. I don't always agree with you about everything, but this is awesome that you're here. We got some smaller things I want to show you. We got 2 more things, and then we're going to sign off. But this is heartbreaking to any guy around the country. Grand Theft Auto will now release on Thursday, November 19th, 2026. We're sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait. Yeah, I mean, this game is fucking 14 years in the making. I'll have kids before this game gets released. It's fucking insane. I doubt it's even going to be released on that date. But I saw that, and I figured we got to bring the news to the fellas, because I'm sure most of the guy listeners have played GTA at a point. And this is the last thing I wanted to show you guys. This is Zohran Mamdani's wife, and people are all over social media hyping this bitch up, saying she's a million times prettier and hot. Like, I wouldn't touch that rat with a 10-foot pole. I want to hear your guys' opinions on this. Smash or pass? Because hard pass. A hard left swipe on this bitch. I mean, that's like, what about this is attractive? I fail to see what about this woman is attractive in any way. This is a grotesque looking woman. Very disgusting looking. Yeah. I don't even want to look at that anymore. But let me know in the comments. Smash or pass on that bitch. We're going to get on to our comments now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this show so far. We've talked about black crime. We talked about Sidney, Sweeney, and Tucker Carlson, the Israeli prison rape. Hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. Please remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the show. Smash the subscribe button on YouTube, rate the show 5 stars on Spotify. But I'm going to get our comments pulled up right here. Give me one moment. Just Xing out of some tabs really quick. There we go. Now we got a good bit of them, so we're going to go into them. The first one. The Israel First fella pulling overtime in the comments today, getting everything flagged as offensive. Is he reporting comments or what's happening? I don't get those notifications. If Fidel or whoever this fucking Israeli shill is in the comments, if you're reporting stuff, I'm just gonna block you from the comments. But I won't block you if you're not reporting people, but I'm not going to have you reporting people for voicing their opinions if they're not harmful opinions. So if you're doing that, go fuck yourself. I'm going to find out. I talk to Spotify weekly about my show, so I'm very close with them over there. So we'll find out. But I want to hear from the people in the comments. Are your comments getting reported, guys? Because if this guy is, I'll just block him from the comments. Because, again, I can go back and forth and argue with this retard all day, but I'm not going to let him try and silence my listeners. Go fuck yourself. That's an Israeli tactic to try and silence Americans, you fucking coward. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. Thank you. I'll look into that. Thank you for commenting as well. Thank you for tuning in. Someone goes... You're invited to the carne asada. Great show, Cali, Mexican, Christ is King, America First, freedom of speech. Shout out to my white boy homie, Pinche Huevon, who put me onto the show. 5 fucking stars. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm invited to the cookout. I'm invited. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm invited. Let's go. I appreciate that. And thank you for rating the show 5 stars. I truly appreciate that. That's hilarious. We love all our listeners, especially our California listeners. I feel bad for what you guys are fucking dealing with out there. I like LA, actually. I really do, and I hate what's going on out there. I hate that you can't walk around certain parts of it. But I do love, like, I go to LA every now and then, and I love it. It's such a great place that's falling to just such woke bullshit-ass policies. But we got another comment here. Someone goes, great show as always. Keep up the commentary about the Jewish connections to pornography. Not enough young people are aware of it. Christ is King. I'm going to do a reaction to this video. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it over the weekend. But there's a guy named Zmilly on YouTube, on TikTok as well. But he does a series called The Noticing, which is great. And he did a really good deep dive into OnlyFans and their connections to that, because the leading stakeholder in OnlyFans is one of the biggest donors to APEC, actually. It's fucking crazy. And then Fidel, again, is pushing his propaganda. He goes, just so you know, the whole connection to a Jewish person in porn is that he's on the board of a company which bought porn, and he didn't even want to buy it. It was the other 3 partners, which weren't Jewish, who bought. Like, do you realize how many porn companies there are? And do you realize, like, did the leader of OnlyFans, the number 1 stakeholder in OnlyFans who donates to APEC, did he not want to get involved in porn? If so, then why is it a fucking massive porn site? Again, shut the fuck up. You're full of propaganda. You're just a fucking lying, seething douchebag. Someone goes, Man, if you guys keep beating the same talking points over the head, we're going to lose big picture and give every square inch we gain back to the Dems. More messaging on multiple subjects, not the same one for months at a time. Yeah, we talk about a lot of different subjects, but at the same time, we are not going to let the continued rape of our country, the looting, rape, the robbery in our country continue. That's happening by a much smaller nation. And if what's so important to you is just beating the Democrats, you're losing the big picture. The big picture is what's really important is putting Americans first. Americans have gotten systematically fucked. And if we continue to allow the Israel lobby to control the conservative movement and, we say like, oh, we have to do it or else we'll lose to the Democrats, guess what? It will always be a fucking problem forever. So if we have to lose an election to make it happen, I don't fucking care. I really fucking don't. I'm going to be honest. I do not fucking care. We are going to use political leverage to get America first policies. And it seems to be working so far. I mean, people are really starting to wake the fuck up and turn and see what is causing this. So yeah, I don't love your attitude about that. I appreciate you commenting and giving your perspective and opinion, but you really got to look at it as, it's short-term losses for long-term gains. That's what I'm in this for. I appreciate your comment, though. Someone goes, thou shalt never apologize for saying words, Nickelodeon's 423. But then here it is. Thou shalt hold... thou shalt hold thyself to thy highest standards to have a chance at living like our Lord Christ. Ned Flanders. We are always improving. A lot of haters lately, but God says that's a good thing. Yep, the more haters there are, the better it is. Of course. I appreciate you commenting. Thank you for always tuning in. You got to start writing all these chapters down because what are you on, the third or fourth one now? You can make a book out of this one day. Someone goes, your language and attitude is poor and you should be embarrassed by the fact that you have no control over your words. Shut the fuck up, seething pussy. You start a show with no script and see how it goes for you. And then he goes, clean up your act and maybe you won't have a 3-star podcast. Yeah, again, I can't control the fact that Zionists love to give me 0 stars. I to be honest, don't give a shit what the star rating is. Go fuck yourself, you retard. Is that good enough language for you? Go fuck yourself, you seething fucking retarded douchebag. You worthless pussy. How's that language for you, you little bitch? You little fucking cunt. How's that for you, cunt? Now I'm just going over the top. Now I'm just having fun with it. Thanks for commenting, though. Thanks for the free engagement. This is Fattel. This is our fucking thread. They're taking down propaganda videos, meaning ones that have 0 evidence to be true. So I have a question for you. If you see the entire world believing that the CIA knocked down the Twin Towers, of course you want the government to take that down to save society, right? Same here. Again, no, I want every lead to be investigated. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's just a piss poor example. And I go, videos of the IDF committing sexual assault and rape is not propaganda. It's evidence, you retard. You're a disgusting person. And then they go, show a video of the IDF doing sexual assault on your show. I did, bitch. See, you fucking worthless loser. You can't because it didn't happen. You're just making up lies, bring no evidence to your claim. I pray you fucking apologize now. I pray you get on your knees and beg for my forgiveness like a dog. You're a fucking worthless pussy. And they go, so show it. You have to prove it. And then someone goes, get more IQ points or you are brain dead. Either tune in and shut the fuck up or drop out. You scamming NPC. And then someone goes, your mom and dad are probably brother and sister, which makes sense. You have incest retard brain. Thank you for my fans for coming to my support. And then I go, literally, you can look up the videos of the IDF sexually assaulting prisoners, you dumbass. I'm not going to show a rape video on my show. That's disgusting and immoral. But then I found out one where it was from an angle where you couldn't see anything, so I did decide to show it. And then I go, Fidel, if I prove to you it happened, will you drop your support for Israel, yes or no? And then he goes, yes, because you can't prove it, but you can show me propaganda, but I will look at your evidence with an open mind. I would love to see you drop your support for Israel now that you said yes at the beginning of that, because I proved it. I showed the videos of it. Why would they arrest the lawyer for it? Well, why is there security cam footage of the rapes happening? You sick, demented fuck. You are just a seething fucking douchebag. Someone goes, great show. The commentary on porn is important for many to hear. Christ is king. Yep, everyone should avoid porn. It's immoral, disgusting. It's the devil trying to grab your soul. It is trying to tear you away from your soul. It is terrible. It does not do you any good in life. It brings women's morals and self-esteem down, and it makes men into disgusting animals. Let's see. We got one more comment on Spotify, and then we're going to go over to our YouTube comments. Someone goes, "Hey, James, finally got my confirmation done, and I'm feeling great. I really don't know how I was an atheist for so long." Let's go, baby. Another one of God's children back. Another one of God's children. Dude, you just made my fucking night. Let's go. Thank you. Let me read the rest of your comment. "I don't know how I was an atheist for so long. My life really feels complete as a Catholic. God is king. Christ is king. I always feel lucky in a way, as I have been dating the same girl since 8th grade. I'm 19 now. Keep her around then. We both go to church every Sunday, and honestly couldn't be happier. God bless the world, and God bless you. Sorry for the long comment. Running out of characters to type. You should make some public Telegram or Discord for your fans." Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's going to be like 10, 15, 20 bucks a month to join. I don't know. I'm going to do it to help fund my books. I realize I'm not getting a ton of super chats. Not that I expect to, but it's like, I don't know. I got to fund this book somehow. So if I got to do a paid group chat, even if it's just like cheap, like 10 bucks a month, I got to make a little extra money to help with that, because I'm not making enough from ad ref. I'm not making enough for sure. Not making enough. Barely pay my fucking bills as it is. But dude, you just made my fucking night. Let's go. Another one of God's children back. You and your girlfriend go to church every Sunday, and you've been with her, what? You're 19 since 8th grade. So what is that? Since you're 13 or so? Let's fucking go. 6 years. Here's one piece of advice I want to give you. Never feel like you have to rush into marriage. But at the same time, if you have a really good woman, don't fuck around and waste time. I mean that. Like, if you have a good woman, do not fuck around and waste time. Don't waste her time. Don't waste your own. There's no shame in getting married young. But at the same time, it's not saying to all viewers, like, you got to get married young. Like I said yesterday, as men, you can wait. You have the ability to have kids later in life. So there's no rush for men. But if you have a good woman, don't let it slip out of your hands. So I appreciate you, brother. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for your relationship. I'm going to pray for your relationship with Christ as well. You really just made mine. Every time I see something like that, it makes my day. It makes my night. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you letting me know it as well. We're going to go over to our YouTube comments. That's fucking awesome. Let's fucking go. Another bass man. Another really awesome guy. Someone goes, "FYI, Spotify flagged and deleted my comment on your last show when I called out the Jewish committee convention on Tucker and Nick, full of rats, no threats or anything crazy. Nice to see in real time how favored they really are." Yeah, very favored, very favored. He goes, "Glad I found you on YouTube. Love the show. America first. America first until we fucking die, baby. America first always." It's probably this rat fuck in the comments who's reporting everything. If I find out this guy's actually reporting things, I'm just going to block him from the show completely, because I don't need your fucking shit view. Like, I don't mind debating. Like, here's my message to whoever's reporting it. I don't mind debating with you in the comments or even on the show. I'll literally even have you on the show to debate. But the second you start reporting my viewers' comments, that's where it crosses the line, because you're now trying to silence these people. These are hardworking Americans who are not saying anything harmful unless they are saying we need to commit violence against X. No, that's not okay for you to try and silence them, and I will never fucking tolerate that, ever. So I'm going to have your guys back on that one. Let's see if we got any more comments. I think we do. Give me one sec. Pull up the video. Why the fuck is it being like this? Let's see. Someone goes, "Cuomo would have been a better choice than the Muslim guy." Okay, yeah, no shit. No, I'm not trying to shit on you. It's just like, yeah, that seems obvious. That's all the comments we had there, though. I feel like there was a couple more, but they're just not. Maybe this fucking guy reported so many, but whatever. We'll figure that out. Like I said, I talk to Spotify often, and I also talk to my viewers often. They talk to me. You guys could also feel free to DM me, message me on Telegram. If you guys are experiencing issues like that where someone's reporting your comments, you're not saying anything bad, I'll put in a word with Spotify, or I'll just block the person who is doing it, because I'm not going to tolerate censorship from some fucking shill who can't even see videos of rape happen and condemn it. So again, Fidel, if you don't comment saying you're fucking sorry after the next thing, I will never take another thing you say seriously again. Because I gave you the benefit of the doubt. I debated with you. I argued with you about it. And then you said, show your proof. I showed the proof. And you even said, out of your own fucking mouth or your own fucking keys typing, whatever it is, you said that, yes, I will drop my support for Israel if that proof exists. And then you claimed it didn't. But I showed you the proof. It did exist. They did rape that Palestinian soldier, and they've done it multiple times. So I expect you to fully condemn it. And if you don't drop your support for Israel, you're just another spineless fucking coward. Just another low-life pussy. Another douchebag. But that's going to be the entire show for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the show, guys. Sorry if I took it a little far there, but I hate spineless fucking douchebags. It makes me sick. Absolute fucking pussy of a guy. You can't even call yourself a man at that point. You're just a sackless loser. But we're going to move on. We're going to sign off for the day. Please remember to like and smash the follow button. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the show. We'll read the comments at the end of tomorrow's show on Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Rate it 5 stars on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube, and join our Telegram channel to stay updated on all things America Unfiltered. I'm signing off today. I hope you guys do have a blessed rest of your day, a blessed night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on Friday. Thank you.